lovely to have you back with us on Afternoon Express. Now, the Black Filmmakers Film Festival is a monthly event that takes place in and around Cape Town and seeks to connect and showcase artists of colour across the city, country and continent through a series of events and workshops in these areas. It's put together by a team consisting of Black filmmakers who have worked in numerous productions within film and media, both locally and internationally. We're joined now by Tanya Pell and Sarah Summers. Welcome to the Loft, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Right, so my first question is basically, I love your hair, okay? I love your hair, but is this a prerequisite to joining your company, that you have to have good hair?
Yeah, we're gonna
So you've got bad hair, you can't sit with us.
Yes.
We do people's hair for them. Once they enter the group, we do their hair.
So what triggered this idea?
The idea stemmed from the fact that there was a lack of exposure of people of colour being, within the film industry. So whether you're a director, producer, whether you're the main lead actor, actress in a film, and just the fact that, we're not exposed to these films, and we pretty much are trying to create a space where people can come together, celebrate film and also just network with one another with the possibility of creating something themselves.
Yeah.
I think as a filmmaker, you want your films to engage with audiences, and there aren't a lot of spaces where that is available to you. So the Black Filmmakers Festival is really great because most films kind of cater to markets that don't actually include the people the films are about. So like, quite bluntly, Black people. So if I make a film, it sits in various festivals that aren't necessarily the market that I've actually made the film for, because it's hard to actually have spaces where my film's going to engage.
Yeah.
So what's great about the Black Filmmakers Festival is that it's a monthly screening that people become aware of, that people know is going to be there religiously, and that they're going to have a really good time at.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to watch South African films.
Yeah.
Young South African films,
not just
cool
South
South African films,
yes.
or African films,
Yeah.
Of course,
It's fun.
Yeah. What has been the reaction by Black filmmakers as a whole to your project?
It's been really positive. From when we started, it was relatively quite small. So we've been running for just over a year now, and it's quite amazing because we've been collaborating with quite a few projects within the city. And it's just nice because, as people get to know us a lot more, they're becoming more engaging. And a lot of the time, we actually have industry professionals who want to help us without pro bono. So that's another great thing that we're able to share with people.
What have been some of the challenges of starting a business like this?
Consistency, I feel, definitely. And again, budget. Budget's always an issue. So, you do rely on the kindness of others.
And how do you raise funds?
Mainly through our actual screenings. We've been, the screenings help us quite a bit. We do have a couple of sponsors for different events that we do run. And so, again, it's also just the skills. People donate their skills and stuff as well. Yeah. So that's the biggest cost majority of the time.
Sarah, you've just made a film called Ghatful.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
Ghatful is a mockumentary. It is a political satire. It assumes that there's been a socialist revolution, and we see what South Africa could look like in about a few years' time, when people have to actually engage with their ideals on a very practical level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's... And how has your film festival brought together people from all over Africa, from all over the diaspora? Because I find that there's not enough platforms also where people all over the continent are communicating and gathering around ideas.
Do you want to answer?
Cool. So we have this really cool event coming up called in Dim Dim Cinema, where we go into Googs and we screen a collection of films by a Kenyan director, Jim Choo Choo. Jim Choo Choo. Yeah. In the homes, which is a really great...
In the homes?
In the homes, yeah. So, you'll come to the event, we'll sit up in the lounge, we'll watch the film, and then we'll have a Chusin Yamabra afterwards. And we take people really from town there and back. Yeah. So it's a super cool event, Yeah. It's also LGBTI content. So it was banned previously in Kenya. So that type of... just having that film integrates what's happening in the rest of Africa into spaces in South Africa, so there's a communication. But also you can see the high level of quality of films that are coming out from Kenya, because the film is excellently produced and made. I watch and I'm like, yo.
But also what's quite amazing is that specifically with this story of our lives, it's an array of creatives. So it's directors, journalists, photographers, fashion designers. So a lot of the things that you find is in clothes, for example, are made by people within within the collective. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Also, our founder is pretty connected as well. So he's our diaspora hookup. Let's say that.
That's absolutely amazing. And what are your plans for the future?
National.
Yeah.
So there's currently a Black Filmmakers Festival in PA as well, but we like to get it everywhere.
Awesome.
And we're going to be screening in Copenhagen. We're still organising the formalities around that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're also just relatively new, and we just our team just grew bigger. So we're just really trying to create a solid foundation before we go out and actually start bringing the message out.
But also we help filmmakers make films. So we have the City of Colour project, and at the City of Colour projects, we take on scripts and we help them actually get funding or make the film. So just in that, to create a network within the industry among Black people so that they can support each other.
Well, keep up the amazing job. I want to definitely come to your next screening and I'll get the information from you. But Jeannie's got a beautiful cake prepared.